G'day, mate.
Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, or whatever the time of the day or night it is that you're tuning in to you. That was a very big pause before we started off
This is the first one this year.
It is.
And where are we? Already.
Well, that's why it took me so long
February.
to actually answer. I was like, where am I? Oh, that's right, Parliament. It's all right, we're at work. Hey, Fletch, welcome back from the holidays.
Yes.
It's been a great recess for us both. I know you spent some quality time with your family, but you actually did still have to go and do some work.
Yeah. But I think I was down here on the 7th and then started kind of travelling, actually, foreign affairs and regional economic development stuff around the world already. Yeah. So I've already been away. And
did you have to sort of take a couple of days to actually stop feeling guilty that you're actually not working? Because I did. I struggled with the whole point. And I was like, hang on a minute, I'm a husband and a dad and a...
Yeah, I wish you didn't ask me that, because I just immediately went home, packed, and we went to a beach in the Coromandel.
Clearly didn't feel guilty at all, but nor should he. I'm the mad one. Yeah, great to be back here. You can tell after you've had a great holiday when you're actually looking forward to and excited about coming back to work. There's been a whole lot of things going on before the recess, during the recess, and now we're back into it, and we're going to give you a bit of an update. We've already spoken for a minute, and in fact, we haven't even really said anything.
Yeah, typical.
Yeah. So to kick things off, we've had some firefighting going on down there in Nelson, Tasman area. Yep. I think it's the largest fire that we've seen in this country for the last 60 plus years. Yes. Very, very lucky that no lives were lost, but Fletch, you'd like to talk about...
Yeah, well, I just wanted to take the opportunity to just acknowledge the firefighters, the volunteers. We've got our armed forces down there, we've got police on the ground, and of course a tribute to the people who are just getting on with it. And actually,
community groups too that actually sort of took people in and helped out.
Yep.
I mean, it's very humbling as a New Zealander to actually see the way our communities work together. And the civil defence, I think, have really notched their game up a level too.
Seems that way.
Chris Farfoy, the new minister, has really got his handle on it. So well done, big ups, Chris.
Yeah. And so what about you? What's been probably... Actually, I know what the biggest issue has been, so tell us about what you've been dealing with in terms of correspondence and talking to people.
I don't know if you can see it from here, but these fingers have actually got blisters on the end from responding to emails from people concerned about the UN Immigration Compact. And I've had a number of public meetings since this year started off already, and that seems to be a big part of what people are wanting to know more about. They're a little bit unsure. They hear one thing from the media or the National Party, which is really
hearing
driving
a whole
the
lot of
media.
rubbish, aren't they?
So just as a quick clarification, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I'd love for people to come to me with questions that they've got. The first thing that people need to realise is in 2016, this UN compact was signed by the then government, which was then the National Party. We didn't kick up the party that is proudly been about responsible immigration. Was the party that didn't make any song and dance out of it, because it's a responsible thing to do, to be responsible when you look at immigration, particularly the UN Compact, which is designed and looking at the safety and well-being largely around women and children that are traversing from borders, so not even New Zealand related.
Yeah, let's just understand that flow. That's what's being asked. It's one of the big things.
It is absolutely non-legally binding. It is simply saying that we are going to take a responsible approach, which we always have, which we are always going to do when it comes to immigration. It does not impact on our sovereignty. In no way can any country anywhere else in the world tell us who we take, when we take them, how many we take. It's all down to us. But if we also think about the huge opportunities that are based in Europe right now when it comes to free trade, and that's a question I've got for you in a minute. The opportunities with Brexit happening for trading with Europe and with the UK, that we've got to be showing our maturity and our leadership when it comes to immigration if we want to sit down and be a responsible trading partner, and that's exactly what it's all about.
I'd probably add one more thing to that, because one of the big issues with the compact is actually acknowledging that nations around the world have got to try and do more to actually deal with the problems that are actually kind of generating all this, the refugees, the border crossings and things like that. So if we're part of that and part of a solution where we're helping people in their homelands, that is actually going to cut back immigration.
Ask me a question quickly, because I've got to ask you a question about immigration numbers.
Yeah, so... Loaded question, Clayton. What is happening to immigration numbers right now?
What a great question, Fletch. It's almost like you just come up with that.
I read your mind.
Well, look, and quite simply for those people that are concerned about immigration and the impact that it's having, under the previous government, we had the highest ever levels of immigration, 72,400 at the peak last year, the year before last, and now we're down to 43,000 people. Now, we're not just slashing and burning immigration for the sake of it. We are just making sure that we've got the right amount of people adding value to our communities that are bringing the skills. It's about the people that we need, not about the people who need us, which is exactly what immigration should be. So, let's talk about something different. Get back to me on with any questions.
Look, maybe we should leave it there. Do you want us to stop? It's been 5 minutes already.
But we've got so much to say.
It's been so long.
It has been so long. Quickly on the economy, the world economy, Fletch.
Look, part of what New Zealand's dealing with right now is a slowdown in the global economy.
Right.
But I just want to pay tribute to New Zealand businesses and New Zealand exporters. Some of the data coming out right now, especially those working with NZTE, has their top 700 companies, for example, increasing, adding to their turnover by 3.5 billion, which is nearly a 10% increase, and export revenue in general is up across the board. So just big kudos to New Zealand businesses who are just dogged, determined, and pretty smart out there around the world.
And on that, the F700, the New Zealand New Zealand Trade and Enterprise, they've got a 14% increase of that F700 in Maori business.
Yes,
so that's Maori business exporting internationally is a huge part of our economy and a huge opportunity, and a 14% in 12-month increase. So that's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. So maybe we should end it there.
Good. Probably one of the longest
something
ones
else to talk about, but we'll pick on that national guy later.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week. It's great to
be back. See you later, everyone.
Bye.